Hi guys. So I hope all of you are doing well. So today, I'm coming up with some strategies and some gyan on IPM program. Uh, this is one of my favorite programs after plus two, and I had the privilege to really prepare for students in Patna and Calcutta for a long, long period, right from the first batch. My students have been there in IPM. So I thought that, let me just make a small video on one, why should you pursue IPM program? And most importantly, how do you really crack this program, right? So, if you see the kind of problems which people, appearing for NEET, they are facing, there are almost 27 lakhs people who are going there. If you see IITs, I don't know exact number, but I think between 17 to 24 lakh people are appearing for IITs. Now, where do a lot of IITians land up? They land up in IIMs, right? So, preparing for IIT JEE and then really, again preparing for CAT where you have 3 lakh students out there. It makes sense if somebody is very clear that they need to be in a business school or they need to be in business later on. And either they want to join their father or mother's business or they want to join corporate world and take their life, forward. I think it makes sense for a lot of them to really go just after plus two. Now look at competition. For IIM Indore, the number of students applying is around 30, 40,000 students. That's it. JIPMET is there and Rohtak is there. So in JIPMET you have, this Gaya and Jammu, and then you have Ranchi in IIM, through IIM Indore, IFT, Kakinada campus. These are different. And then you have Tapni Manipal, you have not, Nirma University, you have host of now IPM programs. So the choices for students are a large number of choices. So the point comes up, why to waste time, right? Why to really prepare for once for your plus two and get into engineering college and then do the same thing? Unfortunately, from engineering colleges also, not too many promising jobs are coming up. So I feel that both for students who have taken humanities and commerce and for students who have taken science, IPM should be one of the prime objectives through which they can really do well as far as their career is concerned. Now, in the slide, I've already put in why one should pursue IPM. It is very, very prestigious to be in an IIM, right? The learning is very practical, and the friends which you are going to, get, because I belong to one of the topmost colleges, so I can tell you, beyond professors is the peer group which is very, very good, and I think that can make a lot of difference. And a lot of times, from an average engineering college and MBA, and you can study 3 years in IIM Ranchi or IIM Indore, prepare for CAT if you wish to. So you would have best of both the worlds. What we call dono haath mein laddu. You can continue if you don't get into Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, or Lucknow, or if you get through those colleges, and there is a very high chance you will get through. Reason, you already in an IIM. So who doesn't want paka pakaya fal, isn't it? So, and you also have a lot of knowledge. Competition wise, you are doing well. And data suggests a lot of people at IIM Indore who are IPM students, they are actually doing better than a normal BCom student or an engineering student who's coming for an MBA program. So it really, really prepares you for a really good role as far as corporate is concerned. And average salaries, obviously, I've put it that after 5 years, you will find that it will not be less than 50 lakhs. It's already touching 34, 35, 36 lakhs. And these are just averages. The bigger ones, people who are at the top of the ladder, they are getting crore salaries. So let me now take you to my next slide, which is about why IPM at IIMs. Now, it's pretty simple, right? Uh, the top reasons, I have put some of the top reasons, but faculty, student life, campus life, facilities at IIMs, right? There are a lot of things, and most importantly, placements. I think everybody is looking at placements, that's for sure. But don't forget networking. Networking is something which is very crucial. Imagine you have your friend who becomes tomorrow a CEO, right? And you have hundreds and hundreds of your seniors, juniors, and batchmates becoming vice president and CEOs. If you know someone, you can always, just call them, give them a call, because your relationship with them is there for last 15 to 20 years. So that can make a very huge difference. let's take up some of the job areas which you can take up. You can take up financial analysis if you want to be investment banking. You can take product analysis, digital marketing, management consulting, information specialist, brand management, advertising, and obviously, uh, career path is a typical management trainee in TAS, Tata Administrative Service. And most of these TAS people end up becoming CEOs of Tatas, right? So Tatas are known to actually, even Aditya Birla Group and some of the other companies also, they're known to really nurture a student after MBA, and they take up management trainee roles and then they move further, right? Let us look at a small 5 second, 10 seconds on eligibility. Now, if you see, aptitude test in Indore is 65%, and Rohtak it is 45%, and both Gaya it is 100%. That means no interviews. Jammu it is 95%, and Ranchi, again, it is like just like Jammu. So personal interviews in Indore is 35%, Rohtak 15%, and Rohtak especially past academics matter. So if you're really good with a 10th and 12th, that will really make a difference. And gender diversity is actually there everywhere. Somewhere, some of the places it is stated gender diversity and some places it are not stated, right? For example, I am Rohtak. Now, it's very high on gender diversity. So therefore, I think if you are one of the girls out there, you have a very good chance because you will get some marks, extra marks, and that would really help you as far as your selection is concerned. Now, this is what is the test structure. So Indore is all about English and mathematics, right? Unequal. So 45 questions of English and 45 questions of maths. Short answers, you don't get options, and MCQs, you get options, multiple choice questions. And duration is 40, 40, 40 in all the three sections. And you have 4 marks. What about how do you get selected? What marks you get selected? You know, I wanted to really stress that a lot of people in IPMAT, especially commerce students without maths, humanities students, they think it is about mathematics. But if you look at the cutoff, you will understand it is more about English, right? So I have been talking to so many students, training for so many years, and a lot of times, many of the unfortunately, the faculties themselves have highlighted too much about mathematics. Maths, one, not even a single question comes from 11th, 12th. Take it from me, and I vouch for that. Largely all the questions which are there, 10 standard, but something which you have never studied, right? For example, you might get a question of finding out the last 2 digit of 7 to the power 2024. The concept is based on 10 standard, but we are never taught in 10 standard, whatever board you are, CBSE, ICSE. So therefore, people think it is higher mathematics, but trust me, there is no higher mathematics. So whatever your background is, you can still do excellently well in mathematics. But the trick is not in maths. The trick is in English. India is very English centric these days. A large number of people are solving a lot of English questions. So I would say if you look at the cutoffs, look at the cutoff of VA. Out of 45 questions, you have 45 into 4, so you have 180 marks. Look at that. Out of 185 marks, the cutoff is 125 for general, 91 is for OBC and EWS, almost similar, and SC and ST is 69 and 48. So out of 180, the cutoff is pretty okay, right? You need to solve around 32, 33 questions. Look at maths. In short answer, your cutoff is 12. That means 3 questions out of 15. This is for general. Your cutoff is 4 for OBC and SC, right? And EWS. And for SC also it is 4. That is 1 question. So look at the cutoff for mathematics, right? It's quite low. Look at MCQ. The cutoff is 39 for general. That is around 13 questions, 12 to 13 questions. Cutoff for this EWS and OBC is 23. So out of 30 questions, you are looking at 6 questions. So, a lot of you do not think in terms only in terms of mathematics. If you are very good with English, I'm not asking you. See, I'm a maths teacher, so I teach mathematics. So I'm not asking you not to study mathematics or get less scores. No. What I'm trying to say is that this aspect of IPMAT is not really focused by most of the people, that the game lies in English and not in mathematics. One, the entire syllabus of mathematics is about 10 standard, right? I teach at IMS Patna, and sometimes I go to Calcutta. I'm telling you, all my students, right? We are training them for through 10 standard, the entire thing, and they are cracking exams like every year, like anything. So please understand, don't get scared. This is not to be scared. If you're good with maths, I'm really happy and proud of you. But let's take up if you're zero in maths, still you can prepare, and it is much simpler. You just have to create a mind of your positive mindset and you will be able to do it. Look at Rohtak, the cutoff is on the higher side. Reason because the questions are much easier. So Rohtak and IPMAT, the questions are very easy. Therefore, you need to solve more questions. But I would still insist it is Indore where opportunity lies because you need to get very low scores in mathematics. And if you're good with English, you can. And in case you are weak with English, I would say please improve your English. You are getting into a business school, you won't be able to really move further without English. Even in interviews, they're going to look at that, right? But English is something, it's a language, it can be learned. So if you have 1 year time, I think you would be able to do wonders. Let's take up what do we do in IMS, right? Before I take you to some of the other things. So we start with very basic. So we think that you are zero in your English and mathematics. From there we start and then we take you forward. So in Learn module, we have a lot of books with you. So you don't require outside, and we also give you a lot of videos. So you can always go back and look at the videos. And you have a lot of concept classes, right? Obviously, your advanced concepts of for IPM Indore, uh, we cover them, and that means that you're already covered for GIPMET as well as for the other Rohtak exam. A lot of concept videos, GK zone, and module test after every module. After that, it's a question of practice. A lot of tests for practice, benchmarking tests, practice classes, workshops, master classes. There are a lot of stuff, right? And 80 plus mocks. So mocks are going to be really, really important. In fact, I would go to the extent that whatever you do, start your mocks right from the beginning. So we give a lot of importance to mocks, right? And I also solve along with you live mock solving sessions and specific test, test specific strategy sessions and all that, that we keep doing. So this is something, and what I would like to do is that you should finish your syllabus. So let's take up somebody, you are in 11th standard. Should you start preparing? Answer is yes, now. Because by the time you pass 12th, you should have done the syllabus almost around 15, 20 times. That is what is going to take you and make you a topper. If you have just gone to 12th standard, then the warning signals and bells are there. You have a lot of time, but then I would love that you get 95% in 12th. And for that, you need to manage both. And for that, you need to start now. So you need to finish your syllabus. Let's take up in 5 months time, take up test, revise. Then the last 3 months, focus on 12th, only on 12th. Then you finish it off your boards in February. After that, you will get 2 full months to sit with me, practice test, do a lot of revision, and that's how we will prepare you for as far as this IPMAT is concerned. What are the key features? A lot of balancing to be done with board exams, mock test strategy, study plan, college application strategy, and college selection. These are my job. I'll sit with you, and also your CUET, and just in case you want to appear for Christ College or Narsi Monji or Symbiosis or other exams, those are already prepared. So it's like GIPMAT, IPMAT is a bigger circle, and all other exams are smaller circles. So all these things are taken care of. A lot of mentoring I do, group mentoring also, right? A lot of video sessions are there that I already talked about. So this is something which I've already spoken. A lot of video solutions would be there. Then form filling and exam analysis support is there. So these kind of things, which will really help you out, and you require mentorship. And IMS is known for its mock tests and in-depth analytics. So this is something which I would say, uh, you know, this will really take you to higher level. So somebody who takes, let me tell you, IMS tests are considered just absolutely the best in the country. Either when you take CAT or you take IPMAT or any exam, IMS tests are just wonderful, and people vouch for it. Year after year, the toppers are, the ones who have taken IMS mock test. So this is something which is very key to your preparation, and that's what we are going to really prepare you for, right? So before I sign off, let me, uh, you know, revise or share my uh, some of the key takeaways as far as IPMAT preparation is concerned. You need to understand that your age is very tender. So you are 16, 17, 18, 19. This exam is not going to defeat you. Trust me. If you get defeated, it'll be because you could not really concentrate. The exam is not tough. It requires consistently 4 to 5 hours. On weekends, you need to put 6, 7 hours. And on weekdays, when you go to school, you need to put around 3 hours. So consistently, if you put 3 hours, in 4 to 5 months, you will see your syllabus would be over. Right. What are the things? How do I prepare? Well, I would definitely want you to come to IMS and study here, because you don't get, and mark my word, you don't get in IPMAT one question out of our books and test series. Nothing. And we don't give you too many books, right? So I think around 4 books, and those 4 books are more than enough. Then, if you take our tests, the questions are going to be from there. So therefore, you just, you have to access our course materials and faculties, and you will see you doing really, really well. We have long, long years of experience. But let us take up, you know, I'll give you a peep into the the subject matter, what is tested, so that you would have a better idea. So in English, it's very clear. You need to be very good with words. So you do word meaning through word power made easy. We will also give you one word list. That is more than enough. Idioms and phrases, grammar, the usual stuff, you've gone there, and then reading comprehension. Critical reasoning is generally not asked in school, so it'll be new for you. But then once you study, I think you will be able to do really well. Right. Mathematics, exactly the same syllabus as 10th standard. The same arithmetic, the same algebra, linear equation, then you have quadratic equation. And then some of the words you will find it to be new, like modulus, inequalities, but they are all there in 10th standard in some way or the other. Here, we really expand it further. And that's the only difference as far as algebra is concerned. Bit of permutation, combination, and probability, more of a nuisance value, right? It doesn't make too much of a difference. And these are very easy chapters. If you really study well, you won't face any difficulty. Geometry is there. We are never taught geometry after school. So it's all, everything is school geometry, right? I hope you learned something from this video, because that is what was my main objective. But let's take up, if you want to know a bit more, then you can put it in comments. I would have a look at it. And you put your phone number. I'm going to call you, right? And we will have a discussion. Thanks a lot. My good wishes and blessings to all of you. Thank you.